Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. I hope that you have a very sunny morning ngayon. Ang napakasarap ng tulog ko kagabi dahil mulan. So I hope that you have also had a pleasant slumber last night. And again, my mornings are wonderful because you're here. And sa mga nagkakape dyan, I hope that you can tune in. Marami tayong mapag-uusapan ngayon and how to make everything, all of this work. So good morning, I am Coach TJ for Unhooked Living. So para kanino nga ba ito? Yan. So today's session will be for making everything work. Yan. Para kanino yung conversation na ito? This is a review dun sa mga nag-tune in before at yung hindi lahat nakasunod throughout the 3 months that we have this coaching think talk. This is a review for you of all the previous strategies and tactics na ginagamit ko. And this is also for the people who want to form their own routine, strategy, and tactics. So, yung gustong bumuo ng sarili nila, this is the program for you. Ito yung magandang sundan. And of course, my mission is to describe the available strategies and tactics na meron tayo. Diba? Aside from helping you make one, re-review natin and we'll of course walk you through everything. Ano yung mga pwede mong gamitin? Ano yung mga magandang gamitin in making your own routines? And of course, I will encourage you from day one. I will encourage you for unhooked living. Mabuhay na walang sabit. So, ito po tayo mga kaibigan. So, just stay tuned and we'll see ano yung mga pwede natin mapulot dito. Hello, good morning, Coach Joanna May. Ang aga-aga, dapat may first prize to eh. So, yan. And, so, thank you for joining me live today and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. If you're watching this on a replay, please do comment #replay. I am streaming via Facebook page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. Yan, si Coach Joanna, watching from Liliw, Laguna. Diba? Parang pampaget lang. Oh. Coach Joanna May Flores from Liliw, Laguna. So, digital footprints natin, if there's any lesson, if there's anything that motivated you to take action, please use our Pack My Bag moment or yung mga Eureka moments nyo. Please use this. And of course, if you have watched this here, please use coaching #coaching think talk so that those people who also might be in need, yung mga nangangailangan din sa na-discover nyo, malaman nila kung saan nila nakuha. And this is for them. Hello po, Miss Mitch Pal from La Trinidad, Benguet. Uy, ako, pakasarap naman dyan, pakaginaw. And of course, if you are watching this on a replay, please use #replay. Yan, may mga nagagandahang dilag na nanonood ngayon. So, this morning, this is Unhooking at Will. Uy, good morning kay Fritzy Gay from Leyte. Hello, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. So, how do we unhook at will? If you can see the picture, ginugupit niya yung mga strings. Strings that are attached to the hooks that are preventing you from moving forward. So, unhooking at will, ito po tayo. We are moving forward by removing the things that drag us. So, ano yung mga i-discuss ko? I'll be discussing strategies versus tactics. Ano ba ang pinagkaiba nila? And how can you take advantage and how can you make use of these strategies and tactics. Hello, good morning, Coach Nilo. Wow! Habang nag-grocery si Coach Nilo, ang sipag naman, may, may multitasking. Siguro, Coach Nilo, may listahan ka dyan. And I hope na mabili mo lahat ng at hindi mahaba ang pila. Nakakatawa naman si Coach Nilo habang nag-grocery. So, of course, this is the culmination of the 11 weeks that we have been together, and I will tell you and I will show you how can we make this all work. Paano ba natin mapapagana lahat to? Kasi you can just have parts and parts and pieces of what I have done through the sessions of our coaching think talk. Pero ito, papakita natin kung paano siya gumagana lahat. And if you are someone who's already having a routine, where can you start and how can you improve it? Uy, hello, good morning, Miss Ann Caber from Tacloban. Wow, di ba? Nationwide tayo mga kaibigan. Thank you, thank you. Sana, ito, may kapupulutan po tayo dito and I will help you form the routine that will serve you best. And of course, the main purpose of us being here is for you to experience unhooked living. Ano ba yung mga examples nito? How can we display or enjoy unhooked living? So yan. So, strategies versus tactics. Madalas, most people interchange these two. But there is a lot of difference between the two. So, ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba nila? So, strategies, pag sinabi mo strategy, it is a set of goals. This is a set of goals. Ito yung mga tina-target mo. So, for example, today's goal is, katulad ni Coach Nilo. Ang goal ni Coach Nilo is to resupply his pantry, to resupply the food and yung kanya mga yung mga ginagamit niya for everyday. Like mga panlinis, tissue, yan. So, resupplying ang kanyang strategy ngayon, yung goal. 'Di ba? Or, a strategy can also be described as an overarching plan. So, ito yung grander plan. So, katulad ng example ko, si Coach Nilo, his strategy or his plan for this particular hour is to perform or to resupply. Pero yung overarching plan niya for the day is kasama na dun lahat. So, ano yung kailangan niya matapos ngayong araw? Hello, good morning, Master Coach Hasmin. Good morning yan. Ang dami natin nagsisigandahan at nagsisigwapuhang coaches. So, the overarching plan is not bogged down by the details. Ito yung goal mo na sinasabi na, I want to finish the day. I want to finish the day strong. That is your overarching plan. That is your strategy. Ano nga ba ang tactics? When you say tactics, these are the specific actions that accomplishes the strategy. So, gagamitin ko ulit example yung kay Coach Nilo. Grocery or resupplying. So, ano yung specific actions niya to accomplish resupplying? So, magdadrive siya papuntang grocery. Meron siyang dalang listahan. And he will check and get all of the items from his list. Then, babayaran niya yun. Pagkatapos niya bayaran, uuwi na siya. So, you see, there are 5 separate specific actions that is needed to accomplish his goal of resupplying. So, ayun. That is one concrete example of a tactic or tactics. Tactics can also be defined as the steps undertaken to complete that strategy. So, yun. Diba? He has 5 steps that he has to do to complete a certain strategy or to complete a certain goal. So, yan po ang difference ng ating strategies versus tactics. Hindi po natin, ngayon, hindi na natin siya ma-interchange because most people, they misunderstand na pag sinabi mo strategy, pwede nang gamitin as tactics or tactics strategy. So, yun po yung pinagkaiba. Yan. So, after that, magre-recap tayo. I-recap natin from week 1 up to week 11. Just to define, to help you review kung ano ba ang pinagdadaanan natin sa unhooked living. The strategy today is unhooked living, or living the unhooked life, and we have smaller strategies and even more specific tactics that accomplishes it. So ito po yun. So yung what it means to be hooked. Ano ba yung kailangan natin dito? So if you are someone that's just starting or just getting out of the state of being hooked by social media, by useless activities, ito po yan. So the strategy here is to identify your current state. Are you hooked? Meron ka bang kinakaadikan? Mobile Legends, League of Legends, computer games, or social media in general. So we will identify your state here first. Ano yung characteristics niya? Di ba? We will define being hooked. Later, I will show the model of our hook model by BJ Fogg para mas makatulong, ma-recognize yung, ma-refresh kayo. Here, our tactics, ang ginagamit natin is, i-describe natin yung model niya on how you can identify yourself. Ay, ito pala yung nangyayari sa akin. Ito pala kung bakit hindi ako makapagpigil na tumingin sa phone ko whenever there is a notification. And of course, yung model na describe natin, syempre meron din tayong definition of signs. 'Di ba? How is your attention span? Madali ka bang ma-distract? Do you find it irresistible to reach for your phone and just keep browsing kahit wala naman siyang productive na nagagawa? So those are the signs. And of course, meron tayong ginamit na toolkit dito. We have the Eliminating Energy Robbers toolkit dito sa ating what it means to be hooked for week 1. Yan. So all of this are just the description kung ano yung mga makukuha nyo. Diba? So, ito, I will have a recap of the hook model. So, ano yung mga present dyan? So, you have the triggers. And the triggers here is first with the external. Kailangan may notification. So, pag dumating yung notification yan, magkakaroon ka ngayon na action. Ano yung gagawin mo? So, to address the trigger, if let's say your phone rang or there's a notification on your phone, papansinin mo siya, kukunin mo. Ngayon, ang susunod dyan, dahil hindi mo alam kung ano yung aabutan mo, that is called a variable reward. There is an uncertainty with you doing the action, and that uncertainty is proportionate to the reward. Diba? Hindi mo alam eh. So, excited ka. So, after mo makuha yung variable reward mo, mag-i-invest ka ngayon. Baka meron baka merong baka meron siyang mas mahalaga or mas exciting na content afterwards. So, magkakaroon ka ngayon ng investment so that you can increase your return, yung emotional reward mo. 'Di ba? Yung return niya. So, ang mangyayari niyan, na-check mo yung phone mo. Ay, wala pala. Parang a page that you like change their name, yun lang, or someone just liked your photo. Then it will become an internal trigger. Hindi siya matatapos ang loop. Hindi magko-close ang loop. Yun ang nangyayari sa'yo if you are hooked. The external trigger is addressed. Pero ang nangyayari kasi, dahil maraming klase ng external trigger and there's that variable reward, hindi mo alam kung ano yung makukuha mo. And that creates that emotional or psychological tension that you want to check your phone every now and then. Sabi ni Coach Nilo, I am obsessed with my phone notifications. And diba, obsessed is a very strong word to describe it. Ibig sabihin, kahit hindi importante yung notification, nahahatak ka. So ito, Coach Nilo, this is what happens when you get hooked. Hindi natatapos yung loop and your brain just wants to continue the loop para matapos niya. Pero kasi hindi siya matatapos kasi hindi siya nagsasara. Hello, Coach Marife. Good morning, good morning. Yan, yung isa sa ating mga mga nagagandahang coaches ay nakasali ngayon. So, for week 2, ito yung ginawa natin. Kaya ang ginamit ko dyan yung broken chain is for you to get unhooked. Ano yung strategy natin after natin malaman yung state of being hooked? Of course, our strategy is to equip you with the hook breaker. Diba? And to unhook yourself. So, you have to break this, or you will break this with the hook breaker. Ano yung mga kailangan mo? And you will begin to unhook yourself. Magbi-build up ka na ng resistance. Ang tactics na ginamit natin dito is, of course, we describe ano yung laman or ano yung mga kailangan for our hook breaker. And we will also define how the unhooked model works. Paano ba siya nabi-build up? And of course, kailangan natin din ng toolkit. Meron din kasamang toolkit ito, which is the clearing of your mental desk toolkit. So, ito may mga pinagbasihan siya ng mga paraan on how to declutter. Diba? Para hindi ka nadidistract. Ito yung model. Kanina meron tayong unhooked model by BJ Fogg. Ito naman, this is a modified hook model. This is the unhooked model na tinatawag. It also has the same quadrants. Meron kang triggers, you have the actions, variable, you also have the rewards, and you have the investment. Pero dito mag-iiba. So, ito katulad yan. The external trigger is an outside observation or notice. Yung internal trigger mo is to finish the goal. Yan. So, lalabas muna yan. You will have a trigger and you have another action. Please take note that the action for your unhooked model has to be deliberate. Unlike in the hooked model, dun sa nauna, reflex action siya. Hindi siya pinag-iisipan. So ito sa ating unhooked model, it is a deliberate action that addresses the trigger. So when you address the trigger, you will get cumulative and definitive rewards. Ibig sabihin, alam mo kung ano yung makukuha mo. And maganda dito, since alam mo yung nakukuha mo, natatansya mo ngayon. Kasi nag-stack up siya. Diba? So, you have two types of reward here. You have the short term, which is psychological. Say, na-address mo siya. Like for example, you are waiting for a message. So, naghihintay ka sa reply, dumating yung reply, binasa mo, you have that reward. Okay, binasa niya, they responded. So, alam mo ngayon, pag nag-continue ka ng conversation, you know that this person will respond. And of course, depending on the conversation, mag-iiba rin yung iyong outlook or mag-iiba rin yung intention. You have the long term naman, it becomes physical and behavioral. Kasi nagkakaroon na siya ng manifestations. So, mamaya, I'll give an example for that. So, after you get the cumulative and definitive rewards, magkakaroon ka naman din ng cumulative and definitive investments. So, dito naman, ang investments mo for the short term is physical and behavioral. Kasi meron siyang reward na nakukuha mo kagad. Ito yung short term. So, nakita mo nag-reply, magkakaroon ka ng excitement, 'di ba? Magiging mas alert ka dun sa messages or dun sa notifications kasi alam mo kung ano yung nakukuha mo eh. So, yung long term naman psychological, nabi-build up mo na. Napaplano mo siya. So, ayan. After that, it goes back. As you can see, it closes the loop. Kanina hindi nagko-close yung loop. Ngayon, na-close na niya yung loop. And that is the bigger reward. That is a bigger reward in your unhooked life. And this continues kasi nga cumulative siya, tumutuloy-tuloy. Once you close that smaller loop, it continues into a bigger loop. Anong example lang pwede kong gamitin dito? Okay, I'll use the example of exercise. If you are an active person and you love exercise, ang maaari mong trigger is, you have two triggers. One is the desire to finish a goal. Gusto mong pumayat. Ano ba yung goal mo? Hello, good morning, Coach Rizel. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Yan. So, your internal goal is to get fit. Your external trigger, ang kailangan mo yung alarm. Gigising ka na umaga so that you can go out and bike or jog. So, yun. Gumising ka na. You have the goal. You have the goal to get fit. Then, you have an alarm that wakes you up in the morning. Yung action mo naman, gigising ka, kakain ka ng breakfast, and you will start your warm-up, tatakbo ka. Ngayon, yung cumulative reward nito, yung short term niya psychological, uy, nagising ako ngayong umaga. I can do this. Diba? Ito yung smaller loop natin eh. Yung smaller loop is yung psychological effect na, uy, nagising ako, kaya ko to. Matapos kayo workout, uy, kaya ko siya. Ngayon, yung sa cumulative and definitive investment naman, yung short term niya is physical kasi, wow, I feel good. I feel good, natapos ko siya. Behavioral, bukas or hindi bukas, the following, sa makalawa, the day after. Diba? May behavioral ka na, binibuild up mo na ngayon. Gumagawa ka ng routine. So ngayon, babalik ka na naman ulit. Come the following, sabihin natin, Monday, nagsimula ka, so Wednesday, tatakbo ka ulit, same trigger, same action, pero habang ginagawa mo siya palagi, nagiging long-term na yung reward niya. So, anong nangyayari? Behavioral and physical na. Mapapansin mo, bumibilis na yung takbo mo. Napapansin mo, yung reward sa kada exercise mo, mas madali na siyang gawin. Kasi nai-incorporate mo na siya sa routine mo. Diba? Yun yung reward. And yung investment mo naman, long-term, nagiging psychological. Kasi, nagsa-stack up na yung physical and behavioral mo. Yung psychological naman, tumitibay. Nasasabi mo na sa sarili mo, okay, before I am doing 3 kilometers of jogging every morning, now I can do 5. So, nakikita nyo, there's a smaller loop that you complete in order to make a larger loop for you to build that habit. Kaya, doon ka nagiging unhooked ngayon. Kasi nagagawa mo na yung gusto mo. So, yan po yung ating modified hook model. So, ito naman, ano yung next strategy natin is, paano tayo mag-start? Kasi kanina, identification lang eh. Kanina, meron tayong in-equip sa inyo para gamitin nyo. Ngayon, we will start the formation of a positive routine. Yan yung ating strategy. Magsisimula lang tayo. The tactics that we use is, we differentiate. Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng habit, routine, and ritual? And how do they help you? Ano yung characteristics nila? Kasi magsa-start ka na eh. So you have to know the tools. And of course, hindi mawawala pa rin yung ating mga toolkit to help you define and to help you clear up any misconceptions. Yan. After nyo magsimula, syempre kailangan natin ma-sustain yun eh. Kailangan nyo siya mapatibay. Diba? You have to reinforce your routine. So, ang strategy naman natin dito yun is acclimatizing and strengthening your routine. Kapag simula ka na eh, ang kailangan lang natin, papalakasin natin yun. Diba? And pag nagpapalakas tayo, kailangan may support. We have to support, or we need to have the support so that yung routine natin masusustain natin. So ano yung tactics na ginagamit natin dito sa strategy ng fortifying the routine? Yan, meron tayong i-introduce ditong bagong concept which is stacktivity. Na mamaya i-elaborate ko yan. Pero dito sa stage na to, in-introduce lang natin siya. Dito naman sa next naman is yung meron tayong tinatawag na done model. Ito, ginawa ko tong done model na to is I named what I was doing since I was high school up until now. So, done model is an acronym. D is for defining the plan. O is orienting yourself to the tasks. N is navigating through the tasks. And E is executing the plan. So, paano ba natin to ginagawa? Yung D is for definition. So, paplanuhin mo. Ano ba yung plano mo? Ano yung mga kailangan mong gawin? Orienting yourself to the task. Sinusubukan mo na siyang i-order. Ano yung mga kailangan mong gawin for today? Ano yung mga dapat unahin? Ano yung mga high priority? Ano yung mga low or and medium priority? Sinusort out mo na. N is when you navigate through it. Kasi meron lang yung na-order mo, ano yung kailangan mong gawin. However, if you're going to physically do a task, you will shift from task A to task B. Kailangan mo pa rin ng seamless operation. Kailangan mo ng seamless transfer. So, dun mo ngayon, ninanavigate yung sarili mo. How do I get from A to B? Diba? Without wasting any more time. Your DON, parts of that model, the DON is all intensively mental. Lahat yan puro planning. So that when you get to the E, executing the plan, smooth sailing ka na. Diba? Wala ka nang ibang iisipin kundi gagawin mo na lang siya. And of course, hindi pa rin mawawala dyan yung display of external support like having a coach or an accountability partner to help you get on track ng mga activities mo. So, ayan yung fortifying the routine. I found this very helpful. I have a client from the Netherlands na ginagamit namin to. So he's just planning his day-to-day activities and nagkakaroon siya ng improvement every week. Sinasanay niya muna yung sarili niya. So the done model is effective kasi ginagamit ko siya ever since. That's the reason why I was able to get or secure 2-time MVP nung high school ako sa UAAP. Yung pushing through the routine naman, kasi na-fortify mo na eh. Kailangan mo siyang ituloy-tuloy. Kailangan mo siyang masustain. So, ito yung strategy. Sustaining the activities of the routine. So, kailangan energize ka palagi. And of course, this includes the planning for additional activities. Kasi magsisimula ka na una, on your bare bones schedule, konti lang ang laman. When you get more efficient, napapaisip ka na lagi, ay pwede ko dagdagan to. Pwede ko siyang samahan, I can do more. So when you push through the routine, ito naman yung tactics. Saka natin i-deploy yung stacktivity. Sabi, coach, bakit ganun? Ba't hindi mo dineploy sa sa fortifying ang stacktivity? Sa fortifying kasi, kailangan muna natin na magplano. You can plan out your schedule first before you add more. Kasi pag nagsimula ka sa dagdag ng dagdag, mabibilaukan ka. And you will end up doing less. In fact, it will be counterproductive. So, inintroduce lang natin yung concept niya because it builds up. Ngayon, saka natin siya i-deploy. Yung stacktivity that is the type of behavior that you use a certain activity and build up on it. Gagawin kong example yung training ko nung high school. Pagkagising ko na umaga on a Saturday, may nakaprepare na akong mga gamit dyan. In fact, my morning stack activity starts at night. Kasi pinaprepare ko na yung sapatos ko, yung mga damit na gagamitin ko for practice, and the bag that I will use to carry them all. Pati yung tubig ko, lahat. Tapos matutulog ako. Pagising ko ngayon, that is my cue. Pag-start ko na, pag nag-ring na yung telepono ko noon, maliligo na ako, mag-aalmusal ako, magbibihis. So you see, those activities are like a domino. Nagkakascade ka agad siya. Pag natapos mo yung isa, babagsak sunod-sunod na. Until I go out of the house, I commute, I reach my practice area, magbihis, tumakbo. So, it depends. You can stack up activities up to 3 or up to 10. Nasa sayo yan. Or you can divide it into several sections. No problem. Ang importante sa stack activity is when you do an activity, one, magsusunod-sunod na siya. Yun. Kaya hindi muna natin siya nilagay sa umpisa. So that you have good planning or great planning first, then execution. Then of course, dinescribe din natin yung benefits nun. Ano ba yung mga benefits ng stack activity? And of course, nag-describe ako ng mga success samples. Hindi naman pwede na magsasabi ako ng ginagamit ko at hindi ako nagiging successful. So, ang primary example ko nun is yung aking high school running career that was built upon consistent practice and of course yung habit ko of practicing on my own. May nagkaroon ako ng initiative to train on my own so that I become better. And that's why I won and I broke records sa UAAP nun. So, hindi siya, this is not a weekend idea. Yan. Yes, Coach Nilo. Ito yung nagbigay sa akin ng MVP that time. And ito rin yung nagbibigay sa akin ng energy ngayon to finish all the tasks on time. So I hope na magamit nyo siya. In fact, I do encourage you. Yes, yung consistency. Yun, yung sustaining niya, kailangan consistent. And of course, I will not deny na nagkakaroon tayo minsan ng phases or days na wala tayo sa mood, lalata tayo. Yes, Coach Marife, this is the 10,000 hour rule that you need at least 10,000 hours of practice for you to be considered an expert for you to be considered an expert in a field. So yun ang ginawa ko noon. I was just stacking up the hours. Ito, getting out of the gray zone, panlalata at nawawalan ka ng gana. The strategy here is to snap out of the monotony. And of course, for you to snap out of the monotony, kailangan natin ma-define ano muna yung gray zone. Diba? Ano ba yung state kung bakit ka nanlalata? Ano ba nangyayari sa'yo? So, our tactics, meron tayong tinatawag na Eisenhower principle. It has 4 quadrants of varying importance and urgency. Dinefine din natin at pinakita natin siya. The Eisenhower principle is a long used and proven habit building principle. Pakaganda po niyan. It tells you or it helps you define where you should put more time in. Ano yung mga effort na kailangan mo sa kanya? Ano yung mga styles? So, hindi ka mag-iisip, but it will help put direction in your activities. So, after natin siya i-describe, gagamitin na rin natin siya. So, makikita nyo yung squares niyan. And of course, hindi rin natin pwede kalimutan na yung toolkit because I actually named this strategy from the toolkit of get out of the gray zone. So, napaka-useful po nito pag kayo or nafe-feel nyo na nababurnout kayo, nalalata kayo, wala kayong gana, ito yung magandang gamitin so that you can snap out of it and resume your work, resume your passions, or anything that you want to continue. Siyempre, kung nanlalata ka minsan, nawawalan ka na talaga ng gana. Sometimes you will fall out of the routine, and the strategy for that is, syempre, take a break. It's not bad for you to take a break. In fact, I encourage it. Pag napapagod ka, pag ikaw ay nawawala ng gana, take a break muna. Kape ka, merienda, take a breather. And of course, part ng strategy natin, when you take a break, take advantage of it. Napansin ko kasi maraming tao dito, magko-coffee break pero dala-dala pa rin yung trabaho nila, which defeats the purpose of you taking a break. Our tactics here, the specific steps, dire-describe natin how we reframe the mind. So matanong ko lang dito, sino ba yung guilty pag nagbe-break, parang hindi sila dapat nagbe-break? Yan, sige, mag-comment lang po kayo dyan. Sino po dito yung nag-guilty kapag sila ay going on a break, taking on a vacation, feeling nila kasalanan ang magpahinga? So, we will help you reframe your mind para hindi ka na magkaroon ng ganong feelings. Of course, meron din tayo dyang mga effects na ginagamit. These effects are already discussed before, pero I will recap. You have two effects that's vital here. The Zeigarnik effect is that psychological tension of you wanting to finish a task, and another effect of this is having breaks help you with retention. Kasi nga, gusto mong tapusin, so mas natatandaan mo siya. The next is the Ovsiankina effect that you can also take advantage of is when you are interrupted, that is the feeling of you wanting to resume the first instance na pwede mo siyang i-resume. So those effects can be used in combination. Pero ito, yung effects niya is, i-reframe natin siya with you taking a break. Iiwan mo muna yung trabaho mo, pahinga ka muna. Recharge ka muna. And of course, may mga unseen advantages yan. Most of the time, people feel guilty of taking a break. But you have to remember, there are unseen advantages of taking a break. For example, exercise. You have rigorous exercise every day. Pagod lagi yung katawan mo. If you do that for 3 months straight, magkakaroon ka lang ng marginal improvement sa fitness mo. Why? Because your body has not recovered yet. Kumbaga, it's not at its 100%. So pag nag-exercise ka, bababa talaga yung fitness level mo. So let's say bababa siya to 50% after 3 months. Feeling mo pagod ka lagi. Kasi wala kang breaks eh. Wala kang pahinga. But if you exercise every other day, letting your body rest in between, mapapansin mo within a month, feeling mo ang lakas mo na kagad. So that's one helpful tip that I can use, or one helpful tip that I can give you when you're doing something like work, passion, exercise, that you always have to take a break. That is for you to recover. Para mas ma-ingrain sa katawan mo at mas lumakas ka. So kanina nanlalata ka. Nawalan ka ng gana at nag-decide ka na magpahinga. 'Di ba? So paano naman kung gusto mo na magsimula? So this is where the spark comes in. Ang strategy dyan is when you're going to restart your routine. Di ba, nag-take ka na ng break eh. Nag-short break ka lang. Gusto mo na ulit bumalik. Ito yun. So, the strategy here is for this particular set is to revitalize the doer para ma-re-energize ka. So, ang ginagamit nating tactics dito is ini-integrate natin yung various models. Mga ginamit natin before. Siyempre, different people will have different needs. And pag may different needs ka, kailangan different din ang solutions. So, again, The support is vital. Kasi minsan nahihirapan ka i-motivate yung sarili mo. Ngayon, pag hindi mo na motivate yung sarili mo, time to call for help. Kailangan mo na ng corner man at mong hype man mo para ganahan ka. So, the SPARK is an acronym. Maraming ano yan na mahaba-haba pa yan. Pero, if you want, I can discuss it later on. Pwede nyo you can connect with me. You can message me and I will help you get your spark back. And of course, meron din tayong reinforcement of motivational tools. Kasi nga, nahihirapan kayo motivate yung sarili mo, you will need external help. And when you get that external help, magsisimula naman tayo on your internal motivation. Paano ba natin mamomotivate ang sarili natin to move? So, kanina nag-break ka, then bumalik. Paano naman coach kung feeling ko burnout na ako? Ayoko naman na puro trabaho lang. I want to set a day just for my recreation and relaxation. Ito po yung maganda sa inyo. Ito yung babagay is offsetting the routine. Familiar na familiar to sa mga nagtatrabaho when you're going to offset your schedule. Diba? So the strategy here is to make a space for your recreation and relaxation. And this is also used to counterbalance the work week. Kasi kung masyado na mabigat ang work week mo, you definitely need intensive rest. Kailangan mo talaga makapag-recharge. No work whatsoever. So, ang tactics natin dito, yung specific steps mo is, we introduced various work schemes. So, meron dyan yung normal, yung mag-overtime ka. Meron naman yung tataasan mo yung efficiency mo. You can do more using the same amount of time. Meron din naman yung highly targeted that you will do high quality work in the lesser amount of time. Kasi doon lang siya nakafocus. All the menial tasks are for the next work week na. Hindi mo siya gagawin ngayon. Tatapusin mo lang importante. And you have the hybrid, which is a mixture or combination of any of the work schemes na gusto mong gamitin. Of course, pag mag-offset ka, hindi naman pwede na plano lang yan. You will have to implement the work schemes na napili mo. Diba? Para meron kang libreng Saturday or Sunday or whichever day ang weekend para sa'yo. And of course, hindi naman pwede na hindi natin i-describe yung benefits of you offsetting the routine. Diba? Ano yung mga makukuha mo? Hindi naman pwede tayo magtrabaho na wala tayo nakukuha ang benefits. So, ngayon, strategic disruption. This is one of my favorites kasi at this time and age, people just want to keep on going. Ako, mapapansin nyo, I have always an emphasis on taking a break, getting your rest, recharging. Intensive ako sa recovery. Kasi naranasan ko na rin yung burnout, naranasan ko na rin ang running on fumes, and I do not recommend it to anyone. So, the strategy naman natin dito is, how do you stop at will? Paano ka magre-recalibrate? Yung tactics naman natin for strategic disruption is, meron tayong mga conditions. Kung kailan natin gagawin tong disruption na to. Are we experiencing monotony? Nafe-feel na ba natin yung burnout? Or do we feel numb? Kasi nakakamanhid yung laging pare-pareho lang ang ginagawa. So, once you identify the conditions, syempre, maghahanap tayo ng disruption methods. Paano ba natin siya ititigil? How can we stop at will so that we don't burn further? Na hindi tayo masunog ng tuluyan. And of course, ang favorite ko is the definition of the perfect vacation length. For anyone and for everyone who is listening, the perfect vacation length is 8 days. So, ang 8 days, bakit 8 days, ba't hindi 2 weeks? 8 days It's just enough to keep your edge, but at the same time, relieve the stress. Kasi yung first 2 to 3 days, medyo ramdam mo pa yung tension na, kailangan ko bumalik sa work. When you reach the third to the fourth day, mapapansin yan, nagre-relax ka na. Nag-taper off na yung feeling. Pagdating mo ng fifth and sixth, nag-e-enjoy ka na. Pagdating mo ng 7 to 8, yan na. Okay, so, nasasabi mo na, okay, I'm ready to go back to work. I feel I'm energized and I have shed all the stress. Any vacation greater than 8 days, nagsisimula na siyang, ang edge mo, nawawala na, bumababa na yan. Kasi nasasanay ka na sa vacation eh. Acclimatize ka na dun. Parang ayaw mo na bumalik sa trabaho. And of course, I do not recommend not going back to work, especially if that's your livelihood. Hindi ka makakain. So, 8 days. If you're going to take a break, if you're going to take a leave, 8 days is the perfect length for you to get re-energized. So, medyo malapit-lapit na tayo. Routing to ritual naman is when you want to, yan, strategy natin, when you want to transform your routine. Diba? When you have already been doing it for so long, may nakakabit ng memories, may nakakabit ng emotions dyan. At magta-transform na talaga siya. It gives you more meaning. So, ayan, bumalik tayo sa review ng habits, routines, and rituals on how they are formed. Then, of course, kailangan natin i-define yung transformation needs natin. Ano yung mga kailangan mong isama sa routine so that it can be transformed into a ritual. So, ang laki kong ginagamit na example dyan is your skincare routine. Diba? Pag nagsi-skincare routine ka, kailangan lahat peaceful. Minsan may playlist ka pa, may lighting, may specific time of the day, wala namang gugulo sa'yo. Ang telepono mo, naka-off na ang notification so that you can relax. There's that air of reverence na nilalagay ka to that particular routine. Ako naman, ang ginagawa ko dati, nung tumatakbo pa ako, before the contest or before the gun start, when I have a ritual of tying my shoelaces. Pag nasa kanan siya, right over left. Pag nasa kaliwa, left over right. And I do it with reverence para nakikita ko or nararamdaman ko na nakapag-visualize ako and I can imagine me winning the race. Yun yung emotion sa nakakabit yan on why it becomes a ritual. And of course, there's a designation of activities. Kasi you have a set of activities throughout the day. And any of those activities can be transformed into a ritual. Hindi lang iisa. So, you have 3 parts which I divided into the start of your day, the middle of your day, and the end of your day. Pwede kang pumili dun ng any routine na pwede mong gawing ritual so that it can refresh and revitalize you. Tas eto na ngayon. This is us unhooking at will. Napapansin nyo, dinescribe natin yung long strategy niya so that you can unhook at will. And I'm sure may nararamdaman na at naiisip nyo na, okay, I am at this stage. Ito yung pinaka magandang gamitin na strategy for me right now. Diba? If you are coming off of a video game addiction or ayaw mo na maglaro, you can start with the first. Or if you already have the routine, you can start with the third or with the fourth strategies. Or kung nabu-burn out ka, you can start with the 9th or the 7th. So, in any part of your routine, pwede nyo siya simulan or pwede nyo siyang gamitin. And of course, everything is for you to make it all work. Paano ba tayo makakapag-disengage and engage at will? Ano yung tactics natin dito? Ayan, nireview natin na lahat. So, you can designate or malalaman nyo kung saan siya, kung ano yung gagamitin nyo. And of course, you can integrate various models. Sa dami ng dinescribe natin, you can integrate in any way you want. There's no specific rule or there's no rigid rule that governs this. What benefits you, gamitin mo. And of course, pag pinili mo siya, gamitin mo naman. Hindi yung pipiliin mo lang at hindi mo gagamitin at hindi mo siya i-apply, magiging useless yun. So, I do really hope that meron kayo na pick up na strategies that are useful for you at magagamit nyo. And if you want more details about all the strategies and how to execute the tactics, do connect with me. I will help and I will guide you throughout your journey on forming your positive habits and your positive routines. And I'll be more than it will be more than welcome. And I'll be more than happy to assist you with it. So, question ko lang, if this helps you, when are you going to start using it? So, this is the start of your unhooked living. You have the tools at your disposal. You have the support. The question is, when will you start? So, when you live the unhooked life, may napili na kayong strategy that is according to your needs. Of course, you can make and take the plans that suit your tastes. Hindi naman tayo rigid. Whatever it is that you have, or ano yung mga activities na kailangan mo, we can adapt to it. And of course, we will use any and all tactics. Kahit na gumawa tayo ng bago, in fact, I will encourage you to make also your own basing from the ones that I made. Diba? Siyempre, kailangan tailor-made yan eh. Because it's you, it has to be special. And of course, avail the support. A coach or accountability partner is great. So if you need external support, we, the life coaches, are always here. Diba? Tutulong at tutulong kami palagi. We're always here, and we're always here when you're ready. So yan. Diba? So, as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be a part of what we are doing as an organization of professional life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Marife for coaching for overcoming. Alam kong oras di peligro, pero marami ka matutunan. This is at 2 p.m. Tatanda, 2 p.m. po yan. And for Coach Maureen, for coaching for single living at 4 p.m. So for the single women who want to make the most out of their lives, Coach Maureen is your coach. So I also would like to invite you to Master Coach A's Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So hindi po maiiwasan yung success. And success is a habit. Ayan. So, ano nga ba itong CACC program na to? It includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching boot camp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business boot camp with a senior coaching team. The program package also comes with many other bonuses, so connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. That is again Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Yan. So exciting, di ba? And once again, this is Coach TJ. Yan. A certified professional life coach, a certified martial arts instructor, a marine engineer by profession, a prepping and survival enthusiast, and the unhooker of lives. Yan. So, Coach TJ, I am always at your service. So if you need any help, do connect with me. Aabangan ko yan and I will be more than willing to accompany in your journey in creating habits for your own success. So once again, this is Coach TJ from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. So before I go, love bam boom, and love bam boom. See you again soon. Ingat!